Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Brent. Tonight I'm just gonna be thought I'd do a review on New Japan's big event that was concluded over 2 days, Sunday and Monday. Um, I didn't watch them live. I watched afterwards so I could have time to watch it all because New Japan events are very long, but totally worth it. This event did not disappoint. For those that don't know, New Japan Wrestle Kingdom, it's basically their version of WrestleMania, Japan's version of WrestleMania. It was really good. I really liked it. Um, but those that watch wrestling, like wrestling, are not really aware of the New Japan style called strong style. It's very different from American wrestling. They wrestle at a slower pace, but their hits and everything they do is real, like they really hit each other and things like that. Some of the rules are different. Like you have the 20 count rule on the outside the ring instead of a 10 count. Things like that. They do their battle royals a little bit different. Um, Different things like that. Um, like their tables are different when they use a table. They had tables that are like really small. Um, Things like that. This was a very good event. I really liked it. Uh, Thought it was very enjoyable. Um, yep, so bear with me. It's going to be a lot to cover, but I thought I'd cover because it was a really good event. Probably going to have my review out of the new AEW of the AEW show. Dynamite. Probably have it out Thursday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Ring of Honor and AEW and MLW. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I just thought I would review this event for all the people that wanted to know about it, that like New Japan and keep up with it. So here you go. Now, some of this is going to be hard to cover because New Japan style is kind of hard to cover, but I'll do my best I can. If I miss some key things or don't cover some things, I'm sorry. Just a lot to cover, so hope you guys like it. So here we go. Um, the very first, the opening match, basically like the prelim match, um, to open the night for night one on Sunday was a battle royal. Um, this was good. I liked it. Uh, Chase Owens was the first participant. He was number one entry. Tomorrow Ishii, the Stone Pitbull, one of my favorites, come out next. Uh, Another one of my favorites, Minoru Suzuki, come out. Um, Next, another guy I liked, Yuji Nada. He's very good. I like him. He's next. He was at number 4. Number 5, we had Toa. Um, Number 6, you had Hiroki Goto. 7, you had Yujiro Takahashi. Um, Number 9, you had Togi Makabe. He also is one of my favorites. They call him the Unchained Gorilla. He comes out wearing chain around his neck. I always had a really cool entrance. Does a really cool knee drop for a finisher. He's just very physical, and I like him. When I first started getting to New Japan a couple years ago, he's like the first wrestler I watched, and I just really liked him. I like his style, the way he wrestles and moves and everything in the ring. Um, at number 10, we had Tomoko Hauma. Uh, 11, we had Hiroshi Tenzin. 12, we had Rocky Romero, who is also announced for New Japan. He made a surprise entrance. I like him a lot. He's very good wrestler and announcer, and as a rapper too, he raps too. Which I didn't find out too recently, he did a good job at that too. So multi-talented guy. Also, for those that watch Ring of Honor, you may have saw him in the Ring of Honor Pure Tournament, recently. Um, right, number 13, we had Dokai. Number 14, we had Show. 15, we had Bushi. 16, we had Tiger Mask. 17, we had Bad Luck Fale of the Bullet Club, the biggest guy in New Japan. Um, Biggest as far as his size. Um, 18, we had Gabriel Kidd. He's one of the Young Lions. Uh, 19, we had Yuja Uemura. Um, Number 20, we had Yoda Tushi. 21, we have Toro Yano. I like Toro Yano. I'm sure a lot of people don't. He's basically kind of slacky looking, like a bum kind of looking. Um, He's not a very good wrestler, but he's okay. He's entertaining. He kind of has a gimmick, a character where he does anything to win. Basically, uh, any little cheap trick he can pull, he pulls. As far as like he was in a G1 Climax, he was tying people's shoelaces together. He'd go sneak behind the referee and like unpull the turnbuckles with the turnbuckle pads, expose them. Um, he would carry stuff in his pants, wires and stuff in his pants, tape in his pants, and just different things like that. Um, I think he's a highly entertaining guy character. He just always seems to make things interesting just because he's so unpredictable. You never know what he's going to do. Um, yeah, so this match was long, but it was good. I liked it. Um, a lot of New Japan's matches are long, but that's something you get used to once you. When I first started watching New Japan, I wasn't really into it, and then the more you watch it, you really get into it. I love it now. You know, I've been hooked on it the last couple of years. It's just very good. Just great wrestling, in my opinion. Um, yeah. So this Battle Royal was very good, very good. Um, but the winners was Chase Owens, Balak Fale, Bullshit, and Toriano. Toriano basically got the win because he never stepped in the ring, basically. And Yoda, Tushi, and Yuji Yamura got eliminated. The four men that are left are Chase Owens, Balak Fale, Bullshit, and Toriano. So uh, that's basically how Yano win. Like I said, basically does a little corny. He took his own sweet time getting to the ring, and he basically everybody else got eliminated. So he, won. And the last four people that stood in the ring won. That's how they did that battle royal. Just different. Um, yep. So it was a good battle royal. I liked it. Yep. It's good to see Minoru Suzuki. It's always good to see him. Another one of my favorites in New Japan. He's mean and he's got a mean look, but he's just a really just entertaining wrestler. And he's tough and strong and physical and aggressive. And yeah, I like Bad Luck Fale as well. Um, yeah. All right. So as for the main card, they do the video packages and everything. All right. So the first match we had Hiromu Takahashi. First match of night one, we had Hiromu Takahashi versus El Phantasmo. Um, this was a good match. Uh, before the match started, the announcers Kevin Kelly, Chris Charlton, and Rocky Romero paid tribute to Brody Lee by talking about him. I said the heart's supposed to go out to him and his family. I thought that was cool. Um, El Phantasmo stepped out of the ring and he pushed the trophy off of the table. Um, trophy that he gave out. He called out Yusuf Thunder Liger. As he's looking around for Liger, Takahashi flew off the ring post at him. Uh, he does it a second time. The fans clapping went crazy. Uh, Phantasmo sent Takahashi's head crashing through the safety mat. He did a sunset flip. Uh, Phantasmo walked across the top rope, did a beautiful flip on the outside. It was really cool looking. Um, Back in the ring, Phantasmo slapped away at Takahashi's face. Takahashi fired back with several chops to create some distance. Um, so, like I said, this was a very good match. Had some sentons in it, some flips, just a lot of cool moves. Um, uh, Phantasma even paid tribute to Kenny Omega, did the Rise of the Terminator, did like a little clap. Um, yes, it was a good match. I liked it. Um, uh, Hiromu Takahashi won. Um, and he basically won for a roll up pin, a counter pin. He countered with a pin and rolled him up and beat him. So it was a good match. I liked it. Hiromu Takahashi was your winner. I was actually surprised that El Fantasma lost. Yep. All right. So next we have the IWGP Tag Team Championships match is on the line. Um, Dangerous Tekkers, Zack Sabre Jr. and Tai Chi versus the Guerrillas of Destiny. I'm a big fan of Zack Sabre Jr. and Tai Chi, and of the Guerrillas of Destiny, Tamatonga and Tangaloa. They're one of my favorite tag teams. I love their entrance music and their theme, just the way they wrestle. They're mean and vicious, and I like them. Uh, Ain't nobody realer than Gorilla. That's how their theme song goes. I think that's cool. Um, Zack Sabre Jr. is an amazing technical wrestler. He can do all the holds, even does holds I've never even seen before. Can do a submission out of anywhere. He's just very good. His promos are good. I like the way he looks, his talk. Um, he's mean. He's got a mean streak and just can be a real jerk, and I like that. He can be really aggressive and in your face, and really, he just comes at you, and doesn't stop. It seems like doesn't let up, and I like that style. Um, Tai Chi, I've become a big fan of his ever since I started watching New Japan, and the more matches I've seen, um, he's got a cool interest, and it's a little weird. He doesn't sing the microphone, but it has that pretty Japanese government. It's cool, and it makes it cool, and he wears cool little outfits, and he's got some really cool moves. He can really wrestle. I just really like his matches. The matches, the way he puts together a match, the way he works, I just think he's very good. Very talented. He's got a lot of cool moves. Um, his power bomb that he does, his last ride power bomb, is just insane. I think it's one of the best power bombs that I've ever seen. Um, I just really like it. Super talented guy. Um, yep. So this was a good match. I liked it. Um, Zack Sabre Jr. really gets on the move when the match got going. Uh, he helped Tai Chi get the lead on Tamatonga with a choke. Tonga got his tongue and twist on a distracted Tai Chi. Um, he got a quick tag to Tonga Loa. Guerrillas of Destiny did two top rope sentons. Tonga Loa only got a 2 count on Tai Chi. Zack Sabre Jr. made his way into the ring to show off his technical ability as he started doing a lot of his technical stuff. Um, There's chokeholds. There's uh, Tonga did an old school power bomb. Um, Gorilla Dash tried a super power bomb that got blocked by Sabre Jr. and Tai Chi. Um, Sabre Jr. sacrificed his body by having his partner help him with a huge power bomb off the top. That was really cool when they did the power bomb off the top rope. Um, God at one point drilled Tai Chi with a loaded glove. Then had a tombstone on the former champion. Um, so that's how God got the win by the tombstone. Um, yep, so very good match. Guerrillas of Destiny won. Um, yep. Uh, all right. Next we have before this next match, I believe it's the Kenta and Satoshi Kojima match. We get a surprise video package and a promo, and it's from John Moxley. Um, he's the IWGP US Heavyweight Champion. He basically said he's a dark horse, and he's gonna come for whoever wins this match. Um, so it's a good match. I liked it. I'm a big fan of Kojima. I was lucky enough to get to see him wrestle last year, and he wrestled at a Ring of Honor event I went to, me and my uncle, which was a great event. It was that Opera Cup. Um, I believe it was 2019 Opera Cup. It was a um, joint association event with the NWA, Ring of Honor, and New Japan. Yeah, it was very good. I liked it. Well, it had some New Japan people in it because they was working for Ring of Honor at the time, working partner with Ring of Honor. When Ring of Honor and New Japan was still partnered together. So I was able to see, I got lucky when I able to see Sayoshi Kojima and Yugiro Nata, Yurahi Naha in a match, and it was very good. Um, yeah. Uh, so I was also always been a big fan of Kenta ever since he was in came back to New Japan. I liked him when he was in NXT as Hideo Itami. He was a bust in NXT and WWE. For one, they never pushed him right, but a lot of times when things were going good, like when he come back from a long injury, they pushed him as this major heel, and he was doing a really good job. And then he got hurt again, so it was a string of just bad storylines and bad luck for him in NXT. Um, Seems like he would always get peddled for bad character or just have really bad luck and get unfortunately had the injury bug in NXT. He just couldn't stay healthy, and that's why he never got to do much in NXT. He really barely wrestled, didn't he? Um, but I'm glad he's back in New Japan. He's really made a big impact in New Japan. He's been from the last year or so since he left NXT, and he was a whole lot better in New Japan as Kenta than he was in NXT as Hideo Itami. Um, yep, so this was a good match. Satoshi Kojima put up a great fight on Kenta at the beginning of the match. Um, did a nice little side headlock to open the match. Um, Kenta broke the hold. Kojima crashed into Kenta with a big tackle in the center of the ring. Uh, on the outside, Kenta sent Kojima onto the floor for DDT. Um, Kojima fires himself up with did the big Mongolian chops that looked good. He did some machine gun chops. Kenta counter back with Floyd forearm strikes. Kenta sent Kojima flying off the top with a superplex. Um, Kenta reversed to a beautifully did like a nice DDT. Um, Kenta crushed Kojima with a double foot stomp off the top rope. Um, Kenta also got Kojima with a sidewalk slam onto the canvas. Kojima swatted the briefcase away. Um, Kenta got a Busaki knee kick in on Kojima that looked really good. He did the same thing again twice. Kenta trapped Kojima in his GTS, and that's how Kenta got the win. So Kenta beat him with the GTS to go to sleep, and Kenta retains the briefcase, and he's going to challenge John Mox in the future. So that's going to be a good match. Uh, yeah, good title match. That's going to be good. Since it was a good, highly entertaining match, I really liked it. Um, all right. So like I said, Kenta got the win um, over Kojima. All right. Um, Now, the next match, we have Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Great Khan. I just found out about Great Khan recently when he come on the scene. He is in Will Ospreay's faction now. For those that don't know, Will Ospreay is heel now and has a faction with his girlfriend B Priest that used to be in AEW. I hope she goes back to AEW soon. I like her. She's been wrestling in Stardom for the UK. Um, yes, her and Will Ospreay are boyfriend and girlfriend in real life. Been together a long time, dating and everything. I think he trained her and all that. Um, but it's Will Ospreay, B Priestley, who I like. I like B Priestley. Love Will Ospreay. He's one of my favorites. He's just so cool in the ring, so fun to watch, so entertaining and athletic and fast. Um, Jeff Cobb and the Great O'Con, and they have a faction together. They're called the Empire, where they're all heels. Um, I really like their faction. Will Ospreay's got this new stuck-up, snarky attitude with his girlfriend B Priestley. He's wearing suits and just cutting these really fire promos, just being very arrogant and obnoxious, over the top, just kind of a jerk, really snotty, uppity. Got a big head, and I like it. It's a nice little change of character for Ospreay. I like it makes him a little bit more aggressive. He still does his flying and all that. They got the flying style, aggressive come out style, but just more aggressive and more. Uh, it's kind of, I guess, what you could say, narcissistic. I don't know how you'd say that, else you could say it, but vicious, mean streak, and I like it. I like the new character change for Will Ospreay. Um, I love Hiroshi Tanahashi, the Ace is what they call him. When I first started New Japan, he's one of the first wrestlers I watched, and he's just great. it's amazing for him to be as old as he is, and he's got a lot of knee problems and stuff like that. He really can take a beating, and he's just tough and just fun to watch. Um, just very talented. Seems like a nice guy. Works hard. Love the way he wrestles. I mean, every time he wrestles, he gives it his all. I love his high five flows. His frog splash he does for the pin. I think it's beautiful. One of the best frog splashes I've ever seen. I like how he does it off the top rope and can do it from he'll do it, hit them on, stand them up. He'll hit them on their back with it. He'll springboard off the top rope, do it off the top rope. It's just awesome. He'll springboard off the middle rope, springboard off the side ropes and do it. He'll hit it from anywhere. It's just very cool. Whenever he does it, I think even when he misses it, I just think it looks so cool. Um, but yes, the Great Khan's a beast. He's doing a good job in the faction. He's in with Will Ospreay and Jeff Cobb and his B Priestley and Will Ospreay is the Empire. So I was looking forward to this match. So it was a good match. Um, Tanahashi and Great Khan showcased did some showcased their match skills and very technical. Had some cool escapes. Uh, did some technical stuff. Um, Great Khan slammed Tanahashi back first on the ramp. Uh, Grabbed a chair. Tanahashi back to the ring. Made it in time for the 20 count. Tanahashi took a beating in this match on his knees and his back several times. Uh, did some nice forms back and forth. Great Khan hit a really giant pump kick on Tanahashi. Um, Tokyo Dome crowd kind of echoes from Great Khan did some Mongolian chops on Tanahashi. That was cool. Um, Tanahashi went over the top rope again and caught himself. He caught Great Khan with a twist and shout. Uh, Great Khan caught him with a big claw. Tanahashi tried to block Okan's eliminator finishing move. Okan switched up his moves and did a suplex. Um, Tanahashi slid off the back to break free from Okan's claw again as Okan tried to put his claw on again. Um, Tanahashi did his twist and shout again. He picked up a chair that Okan brought in early but refused to use it. He refused to use the chair, refused to cheat Tanahashi. Uh, they flat off with two high fly throws. His finishing move, the frog splash, to gain the pinfall victory. So this was a very good match, competitive. I liked it. I was glad Tanahashi went, even though I like Okan too. I just love Tanahashi a lot. He also did a movie a while back. Was being a couple years old. I just found out recently. That's one reason why I bought the New Japan World app, not to only get the match, but to watch that movie he done. And it was a very good Japanese movie that he done. He did a really good job. It's called My Dad's a Pro Wrestler, and he played this pro wrestler who had a son, and his son didn't know he was a wrestler, and he was trying to keep his son from him realizing he was a wrestler, and his son found out, and just a very good, cool movie. Even though it was the language in Japanese, you had to watch it in subtitles. It's totally worth it. Just a very cool movie, wrestling movie. It was just very good. Um, yeah, so this was a very good match. I really liked it. Hiroshi Tanahashi got the win. It's a good match. Always good to see Hiroshi Tanahashi, in my opinion. Uh, love him. Uh, Next match, had this is one I was really looking forward to a lot. I think it's one of the best matches of the whole event. Will Ospreay with B Priestley in his corner versus Kazuchika Okada. This match did not disappoint. It was entertaining, very good. I liked it. I liked Will Ospreay's attire, his entrance. Like I said, his heel character he's playing is more aggressive and just more in your face. Um, him, Okada looked good. He always had his cool entrance. It was a very good match. Match was as good as you thought it was going to be. They definitely up to the hype. It was a good match. Um, Slow at times, but all in all, very good. I liked it. It was worth watching. Very good. Um, I actually thought the way with um, Will Ospreay with his new character change and the way his faction's going and been on a roll lately that he was going to win this match. Okada got the win. I was kind of surprised, but then not really because Okada never surprised me if he wins. I mean, he's just a great wrestler. One of my favorite wrestlers. Him and Ospreay both. They're just great at wrestling and just have so many cool moves and are just both just tough and really can beat you from out of nowhere and beat you with anything. And You just really never know what they're gonna do. They can do it all. They can technical wrestle, submissions. They can go stand toe to toe with you, trade shots back and forth. They can get on the ground. They can do the aerial stuff. You know, do the top rope stuff. They can cheat if they want to and be dirty and still win. They can just beat you straight up and don't even have to cheat. Um, yeah, it's just a very good match. Um, had a lot of cool moves in it, what you expect from an Okada and Ospreay match. Uh, Okada did one of his textbook DDTs. Um, Okada sent out Will Ospreay crash to a guardrail. Big Chrisley came close to getting knocked out several times. Uh, Chrisley Priestley smacked Okada, and then he got put up with a big boot. Uh, the Area Assassins, what they call Will Ospreay's nickname. He pulled some padding apart outside the ring. He landed a few hard blows to Okada's neck. Uh, the Rainmaker came down, jumping out of the ring, crashing onto Ospreay. Uh, Rainmaker's what they call Okada. Uh, yep, so it was a good match. Um, Ospreay also on top up did the Pip Pip Cheerio form smash. That's basically his version of the Styles Clash. It looked really good that AJ Styles uses. Okada got in his Tombstone Power Driver. Um, Okada got in some backdrops, did a heavy rain move. It looked really cool. Um, Kushner got a really cool drop kick off of the. Okada got a really cool drop kick off of the ring apron um, to Ospreay. Uh, Okada sent Ospreay crash to the guardrails. Ospreay tried to catch Okada with his ass cutter, but Okada moved out of the way. Okada comes in again for another big drop kick off the top. Uh, Ospreay did a reverse Bloody Sunday. It looked really cool. The fans clapped in support of Okada. Um, Will Ospreay went for a Stormbreaker finisher, but Okada climbed out and caught him with a missile drop kick. Ospreay rolled for Ospreay. Ospreay rolled through for another 2 count. Okada crashed to a table. The camera zooms in on the wrestler performing on his back. Ospreay rolled Okada back into the ring. He sends Okada crashing onto the mat with a devastating powerbomb. So Ospreay powerbombed Okada with a really mean looking powerbomb. It looked awesome. Had a lot of authority behind it, but Okada kicked out. Okada then got started for Tombstone off the apron by, um, and it looked nasty. It looked really cool though. Very dangerous move, but it looked cool. Um, they both make it in the count after the Tombstone by 18 count. There was Tombstone on the outside of the ring on the apron. Uh, Okada teased a rolling rainmaker. Ospreay countered it with a big roundhouse kick. Okada locked in the submission to hold the money clip, which he's been winning. He's like later to win a lot of his matches here lately. He hadn't been doing the Rainmakers much, and the announcers thought it was cool they made him into that. They hadn't seen the Rainmaker in a while. Uh, Big Priestley caught him under the apron. Okada pushed Ospreay into his girlfriend. She took a hard fall to the outside. Okada locked in the money clip again. Red Spruce checks in on Ospreay. Um, Ospreay got his foot on the bottom rope and broke the hold. Okada yells for Ospreay to get up. As Ospreay gets up, Okada serves him 2 hard elbows. Okada traps Ospreay for power slam to the mat. Ospreay surprised the crowd with a beautiful Spanish fly for only a 2 count. Okada caught him with a big uppercut. Ospreay at one point caught the former heavyweight champion Okada with a tombstone and a rainmaker. So Ospreay did um, the two of the biggest signature Okada moves to Okada, which is insulting to another wrestler to use his own moves against him. So it was very cool. He had the tombstone and a rainmaker. I was shocked, and everybody was when Okada kicked out at 2. Ospreay couldn't believe it. The crowd couldn't believe it. Um, Okada got back up and sent another Rainmaker, sent a Rainmaker to Ospreay, and got the victory over Ospreay with the Rainmaker. It was a 35-minute match, so that's how Pinman beat him with the Rainmaker. It's just a very fun match. I liked it, very entertaining. I loved it. Great match. Um, did not disappoint. A little bit to the hype. Good match. Uh, so Okada's your winner. Now for the main event of night one, we have the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental Champion, um, Tetsuya Naito. You know, he had both belts versus Kota Ibushi. This was a very good match. Um, they both started on the match. I'm a big fan of both of these wrestlers. Um, I first saw Kota Ibushi's first match. Believe it or not, he wrestled for WWE for one of their, I believe it was the Cruiserweight tournament a couple years ago. They had a Cruiserweight Championship tournament before they had the Cruiserweights on TV and ruined the whole division. They had Kota Ibushi there, and he was like the finalist in the tournament. I don't think he won it. I think he like came in the finals. It was like one of the top two or three, if I remember correctly. But he was awesome in that. Just awesome to watch. Um, yeah. So when I first started getting in New Japan, Ibushi was already, a big star there, pretty big. And as soon as I saw him, I remember him watching him in NXT and in the tournament, cruiserweight tournament, like I said, and I knew how good he was, and gosh, he's just amazing. Um, just a very talented guy. Um, so much fun to watch. He's athletic. He can do all the moves, flips. He can do submissions. He's tough. He hits you hard. He comes at you. He's relentless. He doesn't give up. He can take a beating. He sells well, works well. Love the way he moves around the ring. He's just awesome to watch. Such a good wrestler. Very entertaining. Puts on great matches. Knows how to have a good match. Knows how to make good matches. Knows how to help other people. Bring the best out in other people as well. He's just very competitive and just a great wrestler. Um, Same thing with Naito. I've always been a fan of Naito. He's awesome. I even like his look and entrance and his faction, Los Ingobernables. I always liked him. Naito's very popular in New Japan, and I like him. He's very good. He's very mean and aggressive at times. He's had times where been a heel and beat up the referees and all. Um, but you just can't help but root for him. He's just such a good wrestler. And he puts on great matches and has a lot of cool moves. He's hard to beat. Um, so this was a very good match. I liked it. Um, it started out, they was both exchanging good match skills. Um, Kota Ibushi did a really nice Hurricane Rana. Um, Naito threw Ibushi over, and he crashed onto the ramp. Naito rolled Ibushi through for snapmare, turned head scissors lock up. It looked cool. Um, Ibushi leapt to the air for a drop kick on that sends Naito back on the mat. Um, he went for a standing moonsault and got a 2 count. Naito gained the upper hand temporarily for neck breaker on the outside. So there was flips and net breakers and all kinds of stuff in this match. I liked it. So you saw a little bit of everything in this match. A lot of variety. Naito smashed Ibushi into a bar before sending him back to the ring. Ibushi caught Naito with power slam. He runs over to the second rope to land a moonsault, but Naito caught him for submission. Ibushi got his foot on the bottom rope for a break. Naito targeted Ibushi. Um, uh, Crowd apart at one point when Naruto told Ibushi to get Ibushi to hit him. Ibushi does so and got caught with a series of elbow strikes. The crowd apologized after he connects with Glory for only 2 count. Ibushi caught Naito in the corner for backflip and kick combination. Uh, Naito and Ibushi find themselves in no man's land before Naito throws Ibushi across the ring with a reverse poison rana. So that was awesome when Naito did the Ibushi with the poison run off the outside the ring. That was awesome. On the outside of the turnbuckle was awesome. It's such a dangerous move, and I always just looked so cool. It was awesome. Um, then at another point in the match, Naito also got an avalanche inverted Frankensteiner off of the top rope, done it to Ibushi. That was just awesome. I couldn't believe it. I hollered when it happened. I marked out like a little girl. It was so cool. Um, so yep, just a great match. Uh, Naito hit the Destino on Ibushi. Ibushi kicked out. Naito eventually got him, hit him with another Destino. Uh, Ibushi ends up driving his knee into Naito for one more, and he got ended up hitting 2 or 3 Komegates to Naito, and that's eventually how he beat him. Uh, so basically, both of them hit each other's finish on each other at least 2 or 3 times before one of them got the victory, and that was how it was just a hard hitting, unbelievable match. So Ibushi got the win. Just a great match overall, and I loved it. Love a lot of cool moves. Kota Ibushi also hit the Hidoshi driver on Naito. It looked really cool. Um, so there you have it. Kota Ibushi is the new double champion. Um, wow, I was happy for him because Kota Ibushi puts on great matches and works really hard. And it seems he always just comes this close to winning the really big match and just never could quite do it. He comes like this close and always loses. It seems like he finally got a really big win and he deserves it. He works hard. The guy deserves it. It's a great match. Even after the match, Naito didn't cheap shot him or anything. He shook his hand and I thought that was really cool. Um, so just a great match. So there's your double champion. Um, you're new. Let me go ahead and make this so I can say this right. There's a lot to keep up with. Um, uh, Ibushi is your new IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental Champion, so he holds both belts. That's awesome. So, like I said, just what a great match. I loved it. A good, not good, great first night of Wrestle Kingdom, so I really liked it. So it was awesome. It's a great night one. So that's the way night one ended with the main event was Ibushi versus Naito for both belts, and Ibushi got the win. He got both belts. Um, all right, so in night two we'll see Jay White versus Ibushi for the both belts. Um, at the end of the match, after the match was over, Jay White come out and cut a promo and said he was God, and basically just being a jerk to Ibushi and said he's going to be the new champion. After tomorrow night of night two, he's going to hold both belts and not Ibushi. He's got the briefcase that he holds all the cards. Basically, that he's the man. He's unstoppable. Um, so it was an awesome promo too by Jay White. Um, all right, so now on tonight too. Hope you guys are still hanging in there with me. I'm trying my best. I know there's a lot to keep up with, a lot to hear, but I hope I'm doing a good enough job covering it for you guys. I'm trying not to read the results word for word. I'm trying to give my own analysis of each match as much as I can. It's hard to do that, and it's also hard to keep with the details at the same time because there's just so much that goes on in a New Japan style match, in a strong style match. Um, like I said, which makes it just completely different from American style match. Just so much more to cover. Um, Now I didn't get to see the dark match for some reason. I didn't. They didn't show that for whatever reason. I guess it was a dark match. I guess, uh, but it was a woman match, Stardom match, which I always wanted to see. The Stardom Japanese women. If I'm not mistaken, that's where Asuka come from. She was a huge star there, champion there before she came to WWE. Um, they had that awesome special on that Wrestle show back about Stardom. Have a lot of cool, good wrestlers, women wrestlers there. Um, Suri and Dweller defeated Mayanu Iwatani and Tom Nakano. It was a Stardom match, a dark match. So there you go, just so you know. Um, yep. Then they had another dark match. It was Saya Kamatami, AZM, and Udamati Haya Takadashi Nomosha. They defeated Mikey, Natsuki, and Himiku. It was another starter match, a dark match. Uh, all right, next for the opening match of the night, they had Chase Owens and Bad Luck Fale versus Bushi and Toriano for the Provisional KOPW 2021 trophy. Um, was a good little opening match. I liked it. Um, the winners was Toriano by pinfall, so Toriano got another win. He got it basically doing double low blows on the Bullet Club members, and then he pinned Ibushi for the win. So Toriano again cheated and slammed his way to another victory. So it was a really cool match. I liked it. Um, cool match, fun match. I liked it. That's what Yano's matches are. Yes, some of them a little silly, little comedy, but not always realistic and not always great. He's not like considered not a great wrestler, but he's entertaining. He's a funny, entertaining wrestler. His character is more of a comedy wrestler, but he does a good job. His character and all his facial expressions and just the way he looks and carries himself. Yeah. So I am actually I'm a big Yano fan. The more I see him, just the more I like him. He just always seems to make me laugh and I get a chuckle out of him. Just something about him. Um, yep. So there you have it. Toriano won by pinfall. Um, next we have El Desperado and Yoshi Yambo Kanemaru. Um, Wazuki Taguchi and Master Wato uh, for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. This was a good match. I've seen Desperado before. I like him. He's good. It was a good match. I liked it. Um, basically, there was Taguchi looked for a move called a Bombay. Desperado locked in an arm submission. Uh, it was ankle locks that went on. Um, so yeah, this was a good match. A lot of back and forth. I liked it. Some good punches thrown in. El Desperado and Yoshi Bombo Kamara got the win by pinfall. Yeah, so good match. Next, we had a match I was really looking forward to, and I really liked this match. I really enjoyed it. Shingo Takagi versus Jeff Cobb, Never Overweight Championship. I just started, just discovered Shingo Takagi in New Japan here recently over the last few months, and I've become a big fan of his. I like his look and the way he wrestles. Just a very aggressive, tough style, and he's got a mean streak, and I like him. He's just a good wrestler. Does a lot of cool moves. Like I said, I'm a bit before on my channel. I'm a big fan of Jeff Cobb. I'm a huge fan of him. He's Lucha Underground, one of my favorite wrestlers. When he's a Matanza Quaid, he's one of my favorite wrestlers now. Just love to watch him wrestle. I like where he turned heel and he aligned with Will Ospreay before his group, the Empire, is back in the Empire. I really thought with Jeff Cobb turned his heel and this whole new heel character, still this old nice guy Hawaiian character that he's been doing. I thought he would get the win over Tagagi. I was a little shocked when Shingo beat him. This was a very good match. Had a lot of big moves. They both had a lot of big moves. It was very back and forth. Um, Cobb hit a really cool looking wild overhead release suplex. Cobb slowed things down for bear hug at one point. Tagagi uh, clapped out of it eventually. Uh, he did vertical suplex. Uh, Tagagi caught a Sayato suplex on Jeff Cobb. Uh, they were on the apron. Cobb set Taguchi up on the second rope and looked to a powerbomb. Looks to powerbomb on the floor. Takagi fight him off. Knocked Cobb to the floor, then hit a big flip down on Cobb. So that was cool looking. Um, Takagi also got a second rope elbow drop in. Um, Cobb got a big, huge running elbow in the corner. Did a gut wrench suplex that looked cool. Tried for a power bomb, but Takagi hit a Hurricane Rana instead. Uh, Cobb at one point then hit a Tiger Bomb, a modified Tiger Bomb. It looked cool. Uh, Cobb tried to hit his towards the Irons finisher, but uh, Takagi got out of it and blocked it. Takagi hit a nice Death Valley driver. Uh, Takagi then hit a superplex. Uh, but didn't finish off Cobb yet. He hit a wheelbarrow suplex after. Cobb blocked the sliding clothesline, hit a T-bone suplex, and then hit another T-bone suplex on Takagi. Uh, he striked back and forth in the middle of the ring, slapped and struck back and forth in the middle of the ring. Uh, Takagi ate a big move from Cobb, but then he got a big lariat on Cobb. Uh, takes Takagi 19 count to get back into the ring. Uh, he also took a modified power driver cover too, so that was wild. Uh, Takagi got a nice dragon screw leg whip in on Jeff Cobb, and basically the end of the match was Cobb started bleeding from his nose eventually, headbutts another one. Uh, Takagi kept headbutting Cobb till he started bleeding. Um, Takagi got a big lariat on Cobb. Uh, Takagi turned Cobb in, eventually Takagi turned Cobb inside out with a pumping bomber. Lasted Dragon hit his finishing move on Cobb, covered him, and that's how he beat him. He beat him with his finishing move, Lasted Dragon. So Shigeru Takagi beat Jeff Cobb by pinfall. So great match. I really liked it. Great match. Uh, Such a cool match. So Shigeru Takagi won by pinfall. It's a great match. All right, next match we have Sonata versus Evil. This was a good match. Like I said, Sonata's a good wrestler, and it seems like he gets better as a wrestler. Each time I see him, he's got some cool moves. Um, he wrestles hard. He works hard. Um, you know, I've just never been a fan of Sonata's. I don't know what it is. I like him, but I just don't think he has much personality. He just kind of, I don't know. He's like I said in one of my recent videos. I compare him to Seth Rollins and like Batista, and they're just he's just boring to me, to be honest. I just can't really explain it. He's a good wrestler. Stefan's a good wrestler. I just never been a fan of neither one of them. They're just, I don't know, something about them just makes them boring to me. I don't know. Uh, but I am a fan of Evil. I like his look, his entrance music, his heel turn here lately. He was double champ, a while back, recently. Um, so he got a big singles push here lately. Evil did. So it was a good match. Evil likes to play a lot of dirty tactics and cheat a lot. Um, so this was a good match. They used the barricade a lot outside. Used chairs. Um, Dick Togo was also cornering Evil, and he helped him set up a table on the floor. Um, Evil launched Sonata into the exposed corner, launched him into it. Togo removed the pad. Uh, Evil sent Sonata back into the timekeeper. Uh, Referee checked on timekeeper. Togo take the moment to hit Sonata with a chair. Evil was pinned him multiple times, but Sonata kept kicking out. Sonata finally got some revenge on Togo and landed a big splash down on him. Back in the ring, Sonata looked to lift Evil and get his eyes raked. So Evil did every little trick in the book, a little shortcut he could to get an advantage, get the win. Uh, Evil at one point even tied up the ref. Uh, Togo even tripped Sonata at one point. Um, Skull in got applied at one point. Evil goes for a swing. Sonata drops down. Evil rolled through a couple more reverse till Sonata is shoved back to the reverse steel corner, exposed steel corner. Uh, Evil hit a big superplex on Sonata. Uh, then he locked in a Scorpion Deathlock. Sonata eventually got to the ropes to break it up. Uh, Sonata caught a big suplex, a TKO, a cover. Sonata does a moonsault, land on his knee, but jammed his knee up slightly. Evil hit a eye gouged. Referee got him to stop the eye gouge, but he ended up getting hit in the process. Togo runs up for a chair and drops Sonata and falls up with some kicks. Togo and Evil did some clotheslines on Sonata in the corner. Um, Basically, it ended up Evil with a half step suplex and a lariat and covered, but only got a 2 count. Skull end. No Evil tries for a low blow. Splat Sonata hits everything. His darkness on Evil. Uh, then does a pop up TKO moonsault off the top rope 1, 2, 3. So Sonata won with the pop up top rope moonsault. Beat Evil. So it was a very good, entertaining match. I liked it. Uh, so there you have it. Your winner was Sonata versus Pinfall. Uh, so that was a little surprising that he beat Evil. So a good match. I liked it. Uh, Next match we have Taiji Ishimori versus Hiromu Takahashi for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. This was a good match. I liked it. Very long and physical. I wasn't expecting it to be that long between these two, but it was a good match. I liked it. Um, Basically, the end of the match was Ishimori uh, stopped with a counter and hit a yes lock. Looks for Bloody Cross. Nope. But nope, didn't get it. Takahashi drives Ishimori into the mat, then hits the time bomb cover. 1, 2, 3, new champion. So Hiromu Takahashi got the win, and he won the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Um, had a lot of cool moves in this one as well. Um, Death Valley drives into the corner. Uh, did some time bombs. Did some 450 splashes, suplexes, moonsaults onto the floor. Just a very cool match. Even had a nasty powerbomb at one point on the apron. It was really cool looking. Like Tanahashi ran, jumped over the rope, over the apron, and did a sunset powerbomb, almost like Canadian Destroyer to the outside. It was very cool looking. Um, but there you have it. Hiromu Takahashi's your new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Yep. So there you have it. Uh, Next we have, I believe this was the main event. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it was. Um, Kota Ibushi versus Jay White for the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental Championships. This was a very good match. I loved Switchblade's entrance. His attire, the white and red with the switchblades in it. I want to get his new shirt. I love it. I love his look. He's really buff and in shape. So is Ibushi. He had Goto with him. Uh, Jay White did. This was a very good, entertaining match, a long match. I want to say that went for 40 or 45 minutes. It was a very good, entertaining match. Did a lot of cool moves. Ibushi took a heck of a beating. So did Jay White. Um, Jay White also talked a lot of trash like he does and stalled a lot, which he usually does. Uh, Gato stepped on the apron, but White told him he had this, got this. Uh, they fought a lot outside the ring. Um, White did a second rope draping DDT that looked good. Um, White also hit a hang backdrop suplex on the apron that looked good. Uh, he also sent Ibushi into the ring apron a few times with his ribs. Uh, White kept focused on Ibushi's ribs a lot during the match. Got knee strikes and did a bear hug. Uh, DDT was hit. Um, Jay White mockingly asked the crowd to chant for Ibushi as he throws some Tony kicks. He was being a bit of a jerk, to the crowd and Ibushi. Um, Ibushi got some kicks in, did a standing moonsault cover. They ended up on the floor again. Ibushi got sent rib first to a into the barricade. Then he got tossed up in the ring. Ibushi tried to fly but got crossed on second turnbuckle. Uh, Jay White shot him in the back and then a dragon screw leg whip into the ropes. White really picked apart Ibushi from the majority of the match, I thought. Ibushi looked to fly again, but White shoved him down to the floor. So White shoved Ibushi down to the floor. Um, so I'm not going to cover this whole match because it was very long, but I'll basically give you the rundown, the ending of it. Here's the ending of it. Uh, White ends up blocking a knee strike. He did a regal plex for a 2 count. White hits Bloody Sunday, Blade Runner. No, Ibushi with a crisp knee to the face and both men are down. Ibushi with a kick and then a knee strike, a Blade Runner. Nope, White took a lariat and then reversed Komagoye. Ibushi lowered his knee pad for a Komagoye to the face and he covered him and finally beat him. Uh, Match went just over 48 minutes. So basically, Jay White hit the Blade Runner on Ibushi. Thought it was over at one point, and Ibushi kicked out. The first time everybody's ever kicked out of the Blade Runner, and everybody, the announcers, and even Jay White looked shocked. I was shocked. I thought for sure that was it. Um, Jay White hit it on Ibushi too a couple more times and still couldn't beat him. Uh, Ibushi hit the Komage on Jay White at one time and he kicked out, which is Ibushi's finisher. Then Ibushi hit it on him again from behind in reverse and couldn't get him. Finally, he hit it again and finally beat him. So he beat Jay White with the Komage and it was a very good match. Um, just a great match, and the whole pose after the match with Ibushi with the title was just awesome, and fans was just really into it. I was hyped for Ibushi; he deserves it. Great match. Jay White went out complaining after the match. Could have said he was done in New Japan. He's probably not true, but I would love to see him in AEW or Ring of Honor, or, somewhere different, just to be able to see him in the U.S. But if he wants to stay in New Japan, that's fine too. I think it's probably at work. I believe he's going to stay in New Japan. I believe it's just part of the storyline. Uh, But after the match during Kota Ibushi's celebration, Sonata come out in a suit and basically challenged Ibushi that he wants to be next up for the titles. Face Ibushi for the titles. So that was it. The announcers did a nice talk about how much they're glad for Ibushi and how much he deserved it, and he walked off with both belts, and the fans was going crazy and cheered him, and he walked out slowly and threw his hands up and kept motioning away into the crowd, and that's how it went off with Ibushi getting both belts and holding and running out with both belts and raising to the sky, both belts, and just a great event. So Ibushi was the first person ever to win back fourth and back fourth, on both nights of Wrestle Kingdom, win both belts. I believe it said first time in 17 years. That's huge for him. So this Wrestle Kingdom was huge for him, biggest moment of his career, in my opinion. Um, and he deserves it. He's come close, so close several times to winning the big one. Just I couldn't quite get there, but he finally got there, and I got to give it to him. He's great, even though Jay White's my favorite New Japan wrestler. I like Ibushi a lot, and Ibushi deserved it. And Jay White fought a really hard, great match. So was a great overall event. I loved it. Wrestle Kingdom was great. Both nights was good. I think night two was a little bit better, but night one was very good also. It was just a very great event. I loved Wrestle Kingdom. If I could, I'd have to give it a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10. Just a great event. I loved it. Um, yep, so that's my review of Wrestle Kingdom, and I hope you guys liked this review, and hope you guys watched it, and hope you guys keep watching New Japan, and I'll be back Wednesday or Thursday night for my AEW and Ring of Honor, my show, my regular reviews. And I'm also going to talk a little WWE news about the Raw that was Monday night, the Legends night. That was, in my opinion, very lackluster and very boring and just what a waste of time and just very disappointing, which I figured it would be. Um, but I was trying to be optimistic and be hopeful that it would be a good show, but Raw just wasn't very good. It's just a dead show. And, they can't say at this point it's just a terrible show. Um, Yep, so, but I'll go over all that, Wednesday, Thursday when I put out my next review of the AEW and all that. Uh, so, all right, guys. So, I'll see you then. Hope everybody's doing well and hope everybody had a good New Year's and staying safe. Happy wrestling, everybody. See you. Bye.